I want to know about training with GSP. I mean, he brought you in as a kickboxer to emulate who?
Yeah, anybody. I mean, he was getting ready to fight Thiago Alves. He was fighting BJ Penn again. He was fighting a lot of these up-and-coming strikers, too. And I had fought in Montreal, Canada. And lo and behold, GSP and Faraz Zahabi, which was his coach, was in my opponent's corner. And this before I was doing MMA. I think I knocked the guy out in the 5th round. But afterwards, they were like, yo, Wonderboy. You know, Faraz is a guru when it comes to the martial arts. He just knows everything, this guy. And so he heard of me coming up in the kickboxing world, and he was like, I would love to get you out to come help GSP train. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, they ain't got to pay me nothing. But they ended up setting me up in I think it was his house at first, but every time I came back, he would set me up, and it was really cool because my pay was just the experience of training with these guys. And so we developed a relationship. Me and GSP.
He's super cool too.
Dude, he is, man.
Guy,
and he's the guy, the best guy in the room, but always comes in the room with an empty cup. Always ready to learn. And not afraid to get like just like smashed. You ever been smashed?
Holster your weapon.
What?
I'm just kidding.
What?
I knew it was coming.
No.
But he always came. He did not have a problem with getting just like thrown around or sort of learning something new. He would bring in the best. And
man, I was so impressed. I was so impressed with how he just went out there and got his wrestling like A1 level.
He was training with the Olympic wrestling team. So I would go in there not knowing a dang thing about wrestling. And they would have the MMA guys in like a corner. And the Olympic wrestlers would just go, you, come on. And we had no idea what we were doing. You know what I mean? We were just out there being a dummy. But out there being a dummy, you learn like cool tricks. Some guys would be there to smash you, just work you, man. And some guys would be like pretty cool. They would show you some things. But most of the time, it was just those guys using and abusing you. It was fun, though.
That's so crazy. I mean, GSP.
The guy excited. We said the guys be smashing it, abusing.
In terms of the structure, though, for like the fight fans out there, like how structured is GSP when it comes to these type of camp? Like to bring in a guy like you to go work with the Olympic wrestling team. How structured was that?
It was. I mean, it was like no other. It was the first time that I have ever really experienced like a true professional, especially champion because he was in his prime. Mm-hmm. And the way he came in the gym, the way he trained with everybody else, it wasn't like, let me get mine and let me bolt. It was like, let's train together and let me afterwards, let me show you something.